Confirmation of the change that everyone was expecting in the Liverpool lineup, the return of Robbie Fowler, who makes his first start in 5 matches as replacement for the injured Michael Owen. Emil Heskey's also out with a thigh problem, though he's been named on a star-studded Liverpool subs bench, and Marcus Babbel has gone down with flu. Steven Gerrard switches to right back. Igor Bishan and Gary McAllister both return in midfield.
Well, it's a normal shape for Gerard Houllier. There's only one slight change to that, and that's Jari Litmanen playing slightly behind Fowler. But Steven Gerrard, as comfortable at right back as he is in centre midfield, in fact may even give more width down this right-hand side than Babbel normally does. In the centre midfield, we have to look at Bishan. Bishan will be the player who just holds at times just in there, just to allow Gary McAllister the opportunity to run past Litmanen towards Fowler to give him some help. We all know about Smyther and Murphy's contribution from the width. They give the side goals, but it's Litmanen. This free role that he has will be the opportunity for him to set up the chances for Robbie Fowler.
Well, Palace are forced to make changes. Chinese international Fan Ziyi is out with a hamstring injury, but there's still no room for his obvious replacement, former Liverpool defender Neil Ruddock, who's only named among the substitutes. Instead, the versatile Jamie Smith is switched to centre-back, and Wayne Carlisle, who's a midfielder, comes in at right-back. Also missing, England under-21 midfielder Hayden Mullins. He's suspended, but the former Arsenal player Tommy Black, who missed the first leg through suspension, returns tonight in midfield.
Well, it's 4-4-2 for Alan Smith. Very surprising because of the fact that Liverpool will attack. I mean, the two strikers, Forsell and Morrison. Sahar and Hales of Fulham didn't get any change in Anfield. I think it'll be difficult for those two tonight because it's going to be basically backs to the walls. Kalinko's the important one in the goal for Palace. It's important for him to play to the top of his game. Austin and Jamie Smith are going to have to be strong and resilient, but it's in midfield. Thompson and Roger, one of them's going to have to track McAllister when he runs back. It's very, very important for them. But we've said Morrison and Forsell, if they get opportunities against Hoopier and Henchos, we know they've got the pace on them, but will they get the opportunities?
Try telling them the Worthington Cup doesn't matter. It's a Liverpool anthem that still sends a shiver down the spine, and they can hear it in the dressing room tunnel just a few yards away. This, of course, really is a new era at Anfield. Millions of pounds have been spent in search of success. Now Liverpool are just a couple of hours away from a major cup final. But standing in their way, and stubbornly so, I would imagine, a Crystal Palace team that has already knocked out both of last season's finalists in this competition. They've sold every ticket in the house tonight. Anfield packed to capacity. The tie itself is beautifully poised, and you can see all the action live. There's a lot of pressure on the slim shoulders of this fella tonight. Robbie Fowler, one of the greatest goal scorers in Liverpool's history, no longer an automatic choice. He plays tonight only because Michael Owen and Emil Heskey are injured, and Fowler will be feeling that he has to deliver the goals. Clinton Morrison has been delivering goals for Crystal Palace for the last 3 seasons, but this is his best yet. 17 goals already. And of course that includes the crucial one in the first leg that sends Palace into tonight's tie with a precious lead. A reminder, we must have an outright winner tonight. If the aggregate scores are level after 90 minutes, there'll be extra time, and only then does the away goals rule come into play. Paul Durkin, the man in charge. If the teams are still level, he'll be in charge of a penalty shootout to decide who goes through to the final. And that, by the way, takes place in Cardiff's Millennium Stadium on Sunday, the 25th of February. So Liverpool will get us underway, all in red, of course, bidding to reach the final for a record 8th time. Palace in their change strip of all yellow for the first time in their history. Though they did play in the FA Cup final 11 years ago now, and the team they knocked out in the semi-final was Liverpool. Littmanen, who made his debut as a substitute in the first leg, gets his first touch. Robbie Fowler, who not only returns to Liverpool's team tonight, but captains them, wins the first corner.
It's an important start for them. McAllister just lofted that ball into the Palace half, and they picked up the pieces, and Palace under pressure immediately.
Sami Hyypiä on the near post. It'll be aimed in his direction. Gerrard coming to meet it as well. He got the touch, and it wasn't an easy save either. Kalinko with a nervous first attempt.
Well, it's a good corner for McAllister. Gerrard misses it, and it's Sami Hyypiä that has the looping header. But Kalinko takes it easy.
This is Liverpool's 11th appearance in the semi-final. They've won over 100 ties in the history of this competition, and their last appearance in the final was 6 years ago now. They beat Bolton Wanderers. The other 4 wins all came in successive seasons, in fact in the 1980s. Hyypiä's clearance. Palace attacking the goal where their 4,000 or so fans are gathered. A belated offside flag here will stop Liverpool in their tracks.
He tried to leave it, Robbie Fowler, but he'd strayed offside. He knew he was offside immediately. Just tried to do the dummy and let Danny Murphy take over, but it was too late.
Palace have never reached the final of this competition, twice losing semi-finalists in the space of 3 seasons, in fact, in the early 1990s. Rubins, who scored that wonderful first goal, finding the man who got the second. Morrison on to Roger. Gerrard with a committed tackle, and again to dispossess Harrison. There's Murphy. Pishkan. Rubin still lying injured from the challenge a few moments ago as Liverpool continue their attack with Vladimir Smica. Robbie Fowler well placed in the middle. He's pulled away to the far post now. Smica pulls it back in the end to McAllister. And he gets it back from Jamie Carragher. On to Murphy.
Well, it's a promising move, but Steve Gerrard, for me, has kicked Rubins in the thigh. Rubins made an early commitment for the tackle, and then Steve Gerrard came in, just followed through, just captured him on the thigh. There it is, no contact on the ball, just right on the left thigh of Andreas Rubins.
Palace, remember, knocked out both of last season's finalists in the earlier rounds of this competition, winning 3-0 at the holders Leicester in the 3rd round, and then they beat Tranmere Rovers on penalties in round 4.
Well, it's important. He knows how Rubins played so well in the second half down at Palace tonight. He's thought, right, I'm going to let you know early on that I'm there.
Smica already swapping wings from right to left. It was his goal that gave Liverpool a lifeline in the first leg at Selhurst Park. Westerveld under pressure straight away. An obvious Palace tactic that they've worked on. Although Westerveld is one of the better kickers of the ball amongst Premiership keepers. Onshow gets it clear. Pishkan returns to the side after a 1-match suspension tonight. Lovely ball from Gerrard. Murphy, who's got a good goal-scoring record in this competition, gets it back from Robbie Fowler. And almost kept that record going. Good save by Kalinko.
It's a brilliant save. It's great play from Murphy. Littmanen's such a clever player, because once he gives him it, he's saying, keep running, you're going to get it back. The control's instant. Kalinko's left hand, fingertips, gets it away. He's ready for this. It's in the bottom corner. No, it's not.
Gerrard making a run into the penalty spot again. It's gone beyond him and just about everybody apart from Fowler. Smica read the bounce better than Carlisle, who made the challenge. Liverpool's throw. Liverpool have won 9 of their last 13 games. Fourth in the Premiership, through to the fourth round of the FA Cup as well, of course. And with Fowler having the chance to pull them back level on aggregate here, opted to go instead for Steven Gerrard. Harrison blocked his shot. A whirlwind start to the action. Murphy again. Too far for Littman and Fowler.
Well, they've started so well, Liverpool. Really sharp. They've come out the traps very quickly. The difference is that Palace have also come out the traps. The problem is they haven't had the ball.
Onshow almost guilty of a mistake from the back pass there. He could still be in trouble when it goes towards Clinton Morrison. Beyond him, it was Murphy who had to get back and clear at the expense of a corner. Liverpool looking a little rattled from that first Palace attack.
Well, you can certainly see that it is going to be end-to-end stuff, because Palace, no fear whatsoever at the moment.
Rubens. Great turn. And the ball to the near post wasn't bad either. Knocked clear by Gary McAllister. Carlisle turns it back in toward Morrison. Gerrard with the clearance. Palace's throw.
Looks strong in that right-back position. Plenty of plaudits when he's played centre midfield over the last few months. But right-back isn't a problem for him.
And the referee saw a bit going on there, and that's what he saw. The blood all over the face of Stefan Onshow, and that's why he has stopped play and signalled for Dave Galley, the Liverpool physio, to come on. A big night this for Gerard Houllier. 2 years in complete control of things at Anfield. A lot of money has been spent, a lot of changes of personnel, and he would dearly like to deliver the first major cup final for Liverpool in his reign.
Looks a bit apprehensive there on the line. Speaking to him before, very relaxed, very happy with the situation, very pleased with the way his players have performed of late. Disappointed with the performance against Middlesbrough at times, their attacking play.
Alan Smith was in charge when Palace came here in the semi-final of this competition 6 years ago now. They lost that night. In fact, they ended up getting relegated from the Premiership that season, and he duly lost his job, so he'll be hoping history doesn't repeat itself.
Well, there's a lot of fans there, and they're going to see their team have a go. We've seen that already. They've been chasing and are very, very quick. Problem is that, as I said earlier, Liverpool have had most of the ball.
Well, this problem with Stefan Onshow is taking rather longer to sort out than referee Durkin would have imagined.
Well, it looks a nasty cut, but there's no problems from Stefan Onshow. You can see that he's a big, strong lad and didn't want to even get the trainer on.
Played in all but half a dozen games and has formed a very effective partnership with Sami Hyypiä. And is called into action straight away. Wouldn't you just know it when you've been injured? Another Palace throw. In the earlier rounds, they knocked out Cardiff and Burnley over 2 legs. They're unbeaten in 8 ties this season. Remember, they knocked out another Premiership team in Sunderland in the quarterfinals. Gerrard's clearance. Robbie Fowler onto it. Jamie Smith defended well and had to.
Stood his ground very well. No hint of a foul there. Just cut across the body of Fowler.
Searching ball by Carlisle, looking for Fussell. Hyypiä with the first clearance, then Carragher. Splendid control on the chest by Smitzer. And as you'd expect in a semi-final, absolute commitment in the tackle.
A little battle, little Thompson likes to get his foot in there.
Clinton Morrison calling for the ball, and it's gone into his direction. Hyypiä heads away. Carragher completing the clearance. Littman unbeaten to it by Smith. Hyypiä there again. That could turn out to be a very effective ball. Kalinko with a bit of improvisation. He's still got work to do yet, possibly, as Murphy gets the cross in. Cleared only as far as Gerrard, who can hit them from this range.
Well, you don't blame him. The way he's hit some balls lately, sweetly strikes him. That one, Kalinko started very well already. His decision making on the edge of that 18-yard box been excellent. Reads it very, very well. Decision making very important with the goalkeeper, and has started well.
He's a Latvian international, Alexandro Kalinko. Ishkan, the Croatian, involved in this next Liverpool attack. The linesman has indicated a foul there by Simon Roger.
Leans into him, Igor Biscan. Leans into Simon Roger. There's 6 and 1/2 dozen. There's the left arm of Igor Biscan. The right hand of Simon Rogers, tugging and pushing and pulling.
McAllister will take the free kick. And a good one too. Fowler it was who met it. There's a wonderful record in this competition. Robbie Fowler, 25 goals in his previous 30 ties for Liverpool, and got the winner both home and away when these two clubs last met in the semi-final of this competition. It was 1-0 to Liverpool on each occasion.
Looks eager, Alan. He's set off 3 times already from just big long passes from the back, and he's been in a contention to pick up the pass.
Fouquet's clearance. A strange ball which has got Gerrard racing. He kept pretty calm. And the ball back to him wasn't too clever either. He's had to twice dig his teammates out of embarrassment.
His best mate Danny Murphy there just put him in a little bit of trouble.
You may notice that Liverpool have laid a new playing surface here. They were having terrible problems with the old one, and this new one went down just after New Year. It's only the second game they've played on it. The 0-0 draw against Middlesbrough at the weekend was the first. The 0-0 draw, of course, will do nicely for Palace tonight. Smits are trying to change things early on. The referee lets it go as an obvious foul. And the referee made the right decision. So did Vladimir Smitsa. Palace's lead on aggregate has been wiped away already.
Well, this is textbook from Fowler. When you want a ball played in behind a defender for an on-running attacker, this is exactly how you play it. With pace, with accuracy, and with time. And he turns on the halfway line, spins it into the space. Carlisle's not quick enough or strong enough. And there goes Smeater, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper gets his angles dead right, but the finish is perfect. Right in the bottom right-hand corner. He knows as he's picked it up where he's going to play it. Then he just does it. The execution is marvellous. 1-0.
The start that Palace were dreading. The opening that Liverpool dreamed of. Four of his 5 goals this season have come in this competition.
Oh, what a start. What a start that is. And Alan Smith will be thinking, Carlisle just looked woefully short of pace against Smitsa, but let's not take the credit away from him. Vladimir Smitsa is not that slow.
Rubins with the cross. Could have been tricky for Westerveld. McAllister wins the header. Lippmann with the back heeler. And wins the second challenge against Carlisle, who could easily have been in big trouble had Smitsa not got away and scored then. Chris, it was
well, he made a decision halfway along to either hang on to him and give away the free kick and obviously get sent off, or to just let him go once he'd beaten him. And I think Paul Durkin did very, very well, because he allowed the play to carry on, and then Smitsa did the business.
His lovely ball across towards Fowler, in behind him, Murphy! What a start for Liverpool! The Millennium Stadium beckons all.
Danny Murphy, and this caps it once again. Lippmannen's quality is there for everybody to see. Once Vladimir Smeeta gives him this ball, watch his vision. Everybody's looking at Fowler in the middle, but Lippmannen has spotted Danny Murphy coming from this right-hand side. The pass from Smeeta to his feet. There's the vision, looks up. There's the pass to perfection. Spot on for the volley. You cannot save these shots when they're on target with pace and accuracy like that. It's a brilliant goal. The execution from Murphy is spot on. 2-0.
3-2 on aggregate, Liverpool lead. Well, I said that he's got a great record in this competition. That is now his 6th goal in 9 ties for Liverpool. And Palace's night is already turning into a nightmare.
Shell-shocked. Shell-shocked. The formation said they were going to have a go. Maybe they should have sat back and tried to defend.
And they could be in trouble again here. Robbie Fowler hit it first time. Gerrard. Murphy. Harrison just got there to prevent Steven Gerrard. Clinton Morrison trying to shake off the attentions of Onshow. And Palace are all over the place at the moment.
And it was being mauled there, Clinton Morrison. Paul Durkin.
Police officer, his friend Steve Andrew was waiting for him.
Just amazing, they've travelled all this way. They come to enjoy it and they can't believe it. 7 attempts at goal already from Liverpool. What a brilliant start. 5 attempts on target.
Might be a good moment to remind you, I'm sure he's well aware of the rules of the competition, but if it comes down to away goals, they don't count till the end of extra time in the League Cup. So all is not lost by any means yet for Crystal Palace.
It's not lost, but he's going to have to do something, Alan, just to stop the tide, basically. I think he maybe have to drop one of the strikers into the midfield, and let's just say, hey, for 10-15 minutes, let's just hold, let's just stop, let's just camp outside the edge of our 18-yard box and stop the flow.
And here goes Bishkan. He could make it 3. Liverpool are in dreamland, and they might be in Cardiff at the end of February.
Well, he may not have scored, Robbie Fowler, but his assists have been absolutely wonderful. This is brilliant. This is the ability of a top-class player to produce the goods. Bishkan trusts him because he knows once it goes into his feet, he may well have his back to the opposition's goal, but I'm on my way. And once he gets it to his feet, it's a straight race once again. The goalkeeper has made a decision not to come as far out as he's done on previous occasions. He even goes back towards his own goal, which opens it up for Bishkan. And once he sees he's got so much to aim at, he puts it away.
3-0 already, and Igor Bishkan gets his first goal as a Liverpool player.
Well, devastated. Absolutely devastated. You know, whatever he was thinking of maybe shutting up shop, the horse may have already bolted.
Just over 5 minutes separated Liverpool's 3 goals. Starting the night 2-1 behind on aggregate, they now find themselves 4-2 ahead. Well, there have been prolific goal scorers this season. In fact, only Manchester United and Chelsea have scored more goals in the Premiership, and Liverpool are in the mood to add to their total here.
Well, I was really surprised with Kalenko there. Just made the goal even bigger for Bishkan as he ran through. Didn't come out and narrow the angle. But let's not take it away from him. You still have to put it away. You've got to aim it into the corners. And he did that.
And the cop taunting Clinton Morrison on the ball now with cries of Clinton, Clinton, what's the score? Offside here.
Yeah, he's just drifted a little bit too early there, Mikel Forsell.
There goes Robbie Fowler. Not this time. Dean Austin gets it back to Kalinko, beaten 3 times already. Shell-shocked.
Well, they can't do nothing else now except continue to play the way they started with the 4-4-2 to try and get themselves back into it.
Steven Gerrard headed back in by Dean Austin, the Palace captain tonight. Harrison. Murphy closed down quickly, but still finds a route out through Gerrard. And for once, Vesterveld miskicks his clearance.
Well, it's not total domination, but it's not far off. 63% Liverpool have had the ball, and it's not just a case of keeping it. Some of their passing movement has been excellent.
Gallagher wins it back, but the ball spinning loose. Black gets the cross in. Morrison right across in front of the goalkeeper, who lost it to Forsell and gathered at the second attempt.
Was unlucky. Clinton Morrison once again. He gambles when Tommy Black crosses this ball into middle to get across the near post. Misses it by inches. Vesterveld then spills it, but retrieves it a second time.
And to say that Palace need a goal back is an understatement here. Their confidence shattered by the start that Liverpool have made.
Well, with that fella around, they're still in with a shout. They've got to get that ball across the box, as Tommy Black just did.
Littmanen's layoff. Fowler keeps it moving. Scorer of the first Liverpool goal, Vladimir Smitsa, looking for another. Thought about the shot, leaves it to McAllister. How unlucky can you get? It could so easily have been 4.
It's exhibition stuff. It's top players playing to the top of their game. It's so enjoyable to watch, unless you're a Crystal Palace fan. It starts off with Littmanen, then it's Fowler. Smitsa then gives it to McAllister, and he hits that with so much venom and accuracy. It's inches away from being the perfect goal.
The only goal he's managed so far for Liverpool was against his former club Coventry back in November. Here he is again, Gary McAllister, enjoying himself as everyone in red is at the moment. Given away to Danny Murphy. Mistake by Simon Roger. Desperately trying to get back now and make up for that error. McAllister. Littmanen. Carragher. Just kept in play by Smitsa. On to Littmanen. What a lovely return ball. Vladimir Smitsa's there again.
Well, Littmanen, his vision, he always has a picture before the ball comes to him. It's either a layoff or a through ball. This time it's a perfect through ball to Smitsa, and he just can't tuck it back enough.
Harrison could be in trouble here. He delayed his attempted clearance. Robbie Fowler breathing down his neck.
Well, he started so well, so sharp. His footballing ability has been exceptional. No opportunities yet. But in that type of form, if he gets one, I think we know where it's going to go.
Pishkan on the back. This is Thompson. Just a bit too strong for Morrison.
Oh, it's a difficult ball. That Morrison was coming from an offside position to start with. so wasn't moving forward, so the ball looked worse than it was.
Liverpool have played 11 cup ties in various competitions before tonight, and the only defeat was in the first leg of this semi-final at Crystal Palace. They've already won 8 times and drawn twice in those different cup competitions. And remember, they're also through to the 4th round of the UEFA. They play Roma. Now then, Rubens has got in behind a hesitant Liverpool defence, but he was in an offside position.
It's great thinking by Craig Harrison just to play this ball in quickly. And Andreas Rubens, I'm not sure whether he was. He's disappointed with the decision. Referee Paul Durkin just going to have a word with him now. He's not happy with his reaction. There's the quick thinking. The ball goes down. He's on his way. The Liverpool defence are moving out. Very, very tight.
It's a terrific kick that by Westerveld, right onto the head of Litmanen. Wayne Carlisle with the clearance. Sliced into the crowd.
It's just when you see them in such good form, you just wonder why the goalkeeper kicks it. See that they can pass their way through the way they're playing at the moment.
Well, the Palace fans, with the sort of humour you only hear in football grounds, is singing, "We're going to win 4-3. Here's Murphy for Liverpool. Litmanen.
You can see what he was trying to do. He was just trying to bend it into that top far corner. He certainly has the ability to do that on that occasion. Not quite right.
Fouled there by Mikel Forsell.
There seems to be everything going against them. You can see them. They're all whinging and having a little go at the referee. That's how you feel in situations like this.
Strangely enough, on the other 2 previous occasions Palace have reached the semi-final of this competition, they were actually trailing after the first leg against Arsenal and Liverpool. Went out both times. They're in a happy position of leading on this occasion, but they're still now lagging behind. 4-2, remember, on aggregate.
There's no let up at the moment. So eager, every Liverpool player. McAllister probing with his long-range passing. Litmanen with his silky skills. Bischan just holding his space in the midfield and getting forward when he has to. Fowler buzzing, sharp, passing, and movement excellent. Difficult time for Palace once again.
He notched in for them, finding Carlisle. Jamie Smith gets it forward quickly. Sammy Hupier's clear as Carragher keeps it in play. No, he hasn't now. It is debut for Liverpool in this competition, Jamie Carragher, some 4 years ago now.
He does well, doesn't he? Has a few problems at times when there's a tricky winger down that right-hand side, but in the main, steady Eddie always gives you 100%.
Nelson's clearance sliced straight to Vladimir Smith. Carragher's there to help him out. Doesn't need that help at the moment. Back it goes to Sami Hyypiä. Looking for the run by Murphy.
So alert, this fella, because the Palace backline didn't even take any notice of him. Better ball. Could have been in.
Harrison. Morrison. And on to Rubens. Decent cross. But Liverpool do with it quite comfortably in the end. Robbie Fowler being warmed by the crowd. There was a challenge on the way. Did very well. Oh, lovely first-time ball. Smitsa to Bischan. Roger dispossesses him. Good tackle. This is Thompson. They just need that bit of encouragement of some kind now, Palace, to convince themselves that they've still got a hope. Fowler.
yet. It's not just simple little 5-yarders, it's important passes as well.
And it's almost training ground football from Liverpool at the moment. Fowler offside at the end of a very sweet move.
Definitely off Allen as well. Just playing possession football now. Liverpool just probing, pushing it around.
Harrison. Carragher's interception. He had to be strong then to survive the challenge from Tommy Black. Good ball too for Smitsa. Murphy's getting into the penalty area. So is Littmanen. Fowler's there too. Here's Littmanen. Thought Fowler was behind him. He was wrong.
Each time to link up with Littmanen. Even though he knew that's what he was going to do at that moment. Robbie had drifted to the far post.
Thompson. And now Black, the former Arsenal youngster. Carlisle on the overlap. Black looking for Forsell. Hoopier got there. This is Palace's best little spell. Craig Harrison. Murphy made the challenge, so first of all had to stop that going out. It might have been a corner. Credit to the Palace fans, they've not given up hope. Robbie Fowler, Jari Littmanen. He's ambitious, but the sort of form Liverpool are in at the moment, why not? And the performance so far will certainly have pleased one man who goes amongst the all-time greats here at Anfield. Offside here, Littmanen.
Just doesn't look behind him. Craig Harrison is behind him. He's in the perfect position, Harrison, just to let him go before Fowler plays it. And does it well.
Forsell. Did very well there, Mikel Forsell. Excellent play by him. Simon Rogers with the shot, and that wasn't far right.
That's a decent strike. Forsell, as it already said, does well. Bischan can't get to him. Hits it really, really well, but just drifts wide. The first attempt for Palace, it wasn't too far away. A little bit of hope, but the tide is just relentless at the moment. A difficult situation for them. Do they try and just stop Liverpool's pressure for 5 or 10 minutes, or do they keep having to go back? They're having to go back, but obviously there's loads of space out there for Liverpool to play.
Here's Gary McAllister. Murphy. Danger again for Crystal Palace here. But Harrison stopped that danger. Rubens. Morrison. Rubens continues his run. Roger. Morrison just caught Danny Murphy in the face then, and that will add to his unpopularity. He claimed he was misquoted with those comments after the first leg. The Liverpool fans clearly don't believe him. Well, all those misses at Selhurst Park a couple of weeks ago. Michael Owen was one of the guilty parties, so was Emil Heskey. Looked serious on that night. And here at Anfield, Liverpool have taken every chance that's come their way so far, and could have had another had the post not denied Gary McAllister. McAllister on the ball now. Gerrard. Oh, what a ball for Fowler. Beautifully taken.
They had to try it. He had to try it because it sat up nicely for him. Didn't make contact.
So inadvertently heads it straight to Morrison here, and Onsho made sure he got no further. Rubins with a little turn. He did well to find Craig Harrison. Still going here, Harrison. Not now. Rubins. Uke doing enough with the back header.
He's having a go. He just lifted his leg. Clinton Morrison. No intent of making contact with Westerveld, but Westerveld just let him know that he knew what he was up to.
Gerrard for Liverpool. They lead 3-0. It's 4-2 on aggregate. Fowler's little header on. Completely missed by Carlisle. This is Smitzer. Brilliant. Littmanen!
I
don't know whether he was trying to lay it on for Fowler or
he was trying to be too clever. I mean, Wayne Carlisle really is getting tortured by Sweetser down that Liverpool left, and that's just perfect. Just stick it in the back of the net, Yari. He's trying to give Robbie Fowler the boost he needs.
Well, that's taking generosity a bit too far, I would have thought. Seen Vishkan score his first goal for Liverpool. Littmanen may not get a better chance tonight to get his.
I don't think he'll ever get a better chance than that.
Fowler returns the favour. Here's Littmanen again. McAllister. Turned on by Vishkan to Murphy. Morrison. Hits it first time to Mikael Forsell, who took that neatly. Thompson. Forsell again. Good turn. Decent effort. He's been Palace's best player.
Well, to try, like you say, and it's just basically trying to put a little bit of pressure on Liverpool. Get a few shots. You never know, it could hit a Liverpool player, diverting.
Well, we'll be seeing Liverpool in action again on Saturday morning in the FA Cup 4th round. They're away to Leeds. Remember that fantastic 4-3 league meeting between the two earlier in the season. That's on Sky Sports 2 and Sky Sports Extra, and our programme starts at 11:30. And then an intriguing tie in the same round, of course. Gillingham versus Chelsea Sunday. Sky Sports 2 and Sky Sports Extra again. This time we start at 3:30. Liverpool going strong in 3 cup competitions and going very strong in this one at the moment. Robbie Fowler. Vladimir Smith on to Littmanen. He's got a clip around the ankles, keeps possession. A glorious ball for Murphy. Gerrard. Fowler far post, too deep for him, but not for Smitzer. Clearance only as far as McAllister.
He'd made up his mind that he was going to hit that, even though he was off balance. Tried to get it in, but Yari Littmanen, his vision and his passing ability, it's a joy to watch. Just perfect, imperfect ball once again to Danny Murphy.
Touches it back to an underworked Sander Westerveld. Actually left out for the first couple of rounds of this competition, Sander Westerveld. They're the only games he's missed all season. interception by Carlisle. This is Thompson, and now Black for Crystal Palace. Just managed to keep it in play, and indeed earns his team a corner.
What do we do? What do we do? How do we do it? How do we stop the flow? We're not really back into this game. Sporadic attacks, long-range shots.
Plenty of theories on the bench. What can they deliver on the field?
I think maybe just to drift one of those strikers in behind one. Just give them a bit more opportunity to pick the ball up in that midfield area.
Carlisle gives it away. He's not having a night to remember so far, and he's in trouble again here. Very fortunate that Jamie Smith is across on the cover. But it's come back again to Gerrard, Littman offside. Smith did take a risk playing Wayne Carlisle at right back. He is a midfield player. He's a Northern Ireland under-21 international in that position. And so far, he's having a bit of a torrid time.
He's being tortured. What about the power of Gerrard, though, when he made that run? Not entitled to get anywhere near the ball.
Murphy, Bishkan. Littman, lovely first-time football. On it goes towards Fowler, and Carlisle's misfortunes continue.
Well, you feel sorry for him now. He needs some help. Needs some help from the bench.
Not pleasing the crowd. There is a little contribution there either.
He's trying to buy a bit of time.
Michael Forsell just come to the touchline for some hurried treatment there. I think rather like Onshaw earlier in the game. He's got a problem with a nosebleed. Ukia wins it back for Liverpool, but they head out straight to Roger. Now Morrison, you can tell that from the boos. The Liverpool fans aren't going to forgive him. Harris. Roger to Rubens. There's a tasty old tackle from Gerrard. Referee's letting him get away with a few physical challenges tonight. Given away then by Bishkan. Smitzer dispossesses Black.
You have to say, is there a better right back around? The way Gerrard's filled into that position. He lets the winger know where he is. And moving forward, his passing ability is excellent, and his athleticism to get down this line is terrific.
Sven Göran Eriksson was due to be here tonight. He's due to be everywhere at the moment, isn't he? He'll be impressed if he's made it to Anfield by Gerrard's early performance. Onshaw is not impressed by Mr. Durkin's decision here.
Well, he just catches his leg, Michael Forsell, just as he controlled it, comes in, makes slight contact with the ball. That's the reason why he's not happy.
Well, they could certainly do getting their fingers on the edge of the cliff here, Palace, by at least getting one goal back.
That's a shot, Dean Austin.
Black in the end, and Vesterveld had to flick it over.
Just not far enough in the corner from Tommy Black. If this is in the corner, it goes in, but it's more or less central. That's why Vesterveld can watch it over his shoulder and just deal with it and tip it over the bar.
He'll take the corner himself. Not a bad one. Harrison threw himself at it, but Gerrard was even more determined. Littman, a beautiful layoff. We're getting a few party pieces as well now from some of Liverpool's international stars.
It's better from Wayne Carlisle, I think. give him a bit of a lift when that ball come across. He dealt with it well.
3 minutes of stoppage time to be played. Gerrard. Doesn't quite release Fowler. Dean Austin read the clock very well, and important he did. Had enough psychological hammer blows in this first half without conceding one now in stoppage time, Palace. Bobby Fowler offside here.
Just trying to force the issue at times, Palace. Just need a little bit of movement from Morrison and Forsell. One, just maybe drop a little bit deeper, give him an opportunity to run it. The two big centre-backs.
Gerrard wins it back. Murphy, one of the 3 Liverpool goal scorers in this first half. He's giving it away to Rubens. Foul then by Steven Gerrard gives Palace an opportunity to get the ball in Liverpool's box again. Simon Roger takes it, looks for Forsell, too deep. Should be Carragher's. He's got Smitzer just ahead of him and finds him. McAllister. Lipmanen. Smitzer's layoff. Palace win it back though. Morrison. This is Rubens. Into Morrison. His layoff to Thompson. And now on to Black. Carlisle. Gerrard concedes the corner. It will probably be the last of the half.
Needed a call from his goalkeeper there. That's why he took the easy option. Didn't know what was around him.
Liverpool deal with the threat. McAllister's clearance. Loose Palace keeping the ball in the Liverpool half late on here. What a half for the men from Anfield. In the space of 5.5 minutes, they demolished Crystal Palace's aggregate lead and built an impressive one of their own. Smitzer, Murphy and then Bishkan fired the bullets. Liverpool's finishing was awful at Selhurst Park in the first leg. It's been absolutely spot on at Anfield tonight. They got the perfect start with Smitzer getting away here, the referee allowing him to go on, not whistling for the foul, and he gratefully accepted. Then came number 2, a sweet shot by Danny Murphy. Both of those players have had great success in this competition before. Bishkan scores his first ever goal for Liverpool. Didn't seem to quite know how to celebrate. They will, and at half-time they might already be thinking about celebrating a place in the final. It's not over yet, but Liverpool have taken a very significant step towards the final. 3-0 at half-time, they lead.
First goal scored at 12.
Well, it's a frightening thought for Crystal Palace that Liverpool have only lost once in 18 previous matches at Anfield this season. That was a 1-0 defeat against Ipswich in December. They'd won 4 in a row before Middlesbrough held them to a 0-0 draw here on Saturday. And they have, in fact, been victorious in 11 out of the last 13 fixtures at Anfield in various competitions. Not only that, but Palace start the half 3-0 down, 4-2 behind on aggregate. And start the second half attacking the Kop goal. Chris, it would have been a very, very difficult half-time team talk from Messrs Smith, Cockrell and Houghton. If you'd have been in their position, apart from praying, what would you have said?
Well, the first thing you need to do is make it tight at the start of the second half. when we get our opportunities, we break quickly, we break as a team, and we defend as a team. We're not all over the shop, we're together. We need to close the gaps. There's too much space for Liverpool. Took them on, opened the game up, didn't get opportunities themselves. When Liverpool got theirs, they took them with a vengeance.
Here's Jamie Carragher. Smitser. Carlisle in quickly this time. And we'll be ruining the fact that he wasn't a little quicker in those opening minutes when Smitser left him for dead. Pushka. Knocked back by Dean Austin to Kalinko. I must say, I'm greatly encouraged by the fact that the Palace fans have not given this game up at all. They've been a credit to their club. They've just kept going all through.
Well, they came to enjoy themselves. They've been as shell-shocked as the Palace players. But that doesn't stop them supporting their team.
A team who's only lost 3 times in the last 20 league and cup matches since they turned their season round in dramatic fashion, though worryingly all those defeats have been in recent weeks. Forsell.
Well, it's only a few minutes gone. That's a poor cross from Andres Rubens. But the fact is, the midfield players closer to those 2 strikers already.
Some of the older Liverpool fans, I'm sure, will remember when Crystal Palace knocked them out in a famous FA Cup semi-final 11 years ago it was now. They might regard this as sufficient revenge if Liverpool get through tonight to a unique final, in the sense that the venue, remember, is Cardiff's Millennium Stadium, February the 25th, where they will meet the winners of next week's other semi-final between Birmingham City and Ipswich Town. Ipswich leading 1-0 from the first leg in that game. Littmanen. Pushkan. McAllister. Made it in slightly behind Steven Gerrard. Littmanen's made an early run down the middle. He tried to find him but couldn't. Thompson has it back for Palace. On to Black.
Well, the passing's still not perfect, but their shape is better.
Harrison. It's been a frustrating night so far for Clinton Morrison. Booed and riled by the crowd, and not much has come his way either on the field.
Well, they were very fast out the traps, Liverpool, in the first half. But in the second half, just not firing as they were. Let's give Palace credit, though. We've said they're together.
Shows clearance. The layoff by Murphy, then given away by Steven Gerrard. A rare mistake by him. Rubins plays it forward. Clinton Morrison was caught offside.
Just that final pass at the moment.
As we said before the kickoff, although this competition has its detractors, it still provides a passport into Europe. The eventual winners in Cardiff at the end of February will play in next season's UEFA Cup. Liverpool have ambitions, of course, of qualifying for the Champions League through their league position as well. Kupia for them. Littmanen keeps chasing, but he's offside. He was a very shrewd signing.
He's a very good signing. Quality, his vision is exceptional, his passing ability is brilliant. But it's a better line by that Palace defence. They're playing very high up the pitch now. They've closed the space down in midfield. Liverpool not dominating that area. An improvement.
possession of Morrison, but not close enough to him. Westerveld's interception.
Well, Tommy Black's almost playing him centre midfield at the moment. I'm sure that's what Alan Smith has said. Just tuck yourself in there. We're getting overrun in there by their passing ability. We'll leave Carragher down this left-hand side.
No offside given. Palace in trouble again. And that surely is that. Murphy's second, Liverpool's fourth. Cardiff, here we come, I think, as far as Anfield's concerned.
Well, it's their first attack, and they've just lied down, basically, the centre-halves, because they're expecting an offside. It doesn't come because Murphy carries on his own. It's Dean Austin who puts the hand up. Then it's all about the finish. The goalkeeper maybe goes to ground too early, but this fella, you don't know where it's going to go. Down the sides, it's just flicked over the top of the goalkeeper. Thank you very much. Game definitely over.
And what a night of personal triumph for Danny Murphy, a player who came here from Crewe. Find it hard going, really, at first, and was actually loaned back to Crewe Alexandra. Came back, better player for it. Gerard Houllier has great faith in him. There's a lot of competition for midfield places, in particular here at Liverpool, but Murphy gets picked more often than he doesn't. And how well he's rewarded his manager's confidence. Trick now, and Liverpool are on course for the final.
Well, there's the stewards' inquiry. What was Dean Austin doing? Why didn't he just defend the ball? Murphy's onside, Litmanen's off, but it doesn't matter. Murphy kept hold of the ball. And you can't afford to come running out in those situations. Well, he's brilliant.
He's a player that some people underrate as well.
He's brilliant. He just gets better and better. The confidence that Gerard Houllier has given him against some of these so-called superstars has given him real confidence to make him believe that he's one of them. Not in terms of being a big-time Charlie, but in terms of putting it out on the park.
Litmanen's got clear of the last defender without the offside flag as well. Kalinko taking a risk, but getting away with it. Crystal Palace fans won't thank me for reminding them there was a memorable game here some 12 years ago when Liverpool beat Palace 9-0 in a fantastic exhibition of attacking football. I'm sure it won't get to that stage tonight, but it's almost equally one-way traffic. As Thompson tries to provide one for Morrison. Two opportunities. To his embarrassment, right in front of the Kop, of all places. He miskicked the first and couldn't score from the second either.
Well, you cannot believe this. This fella's been so lethal all season, and that's just a wild little slash at the ball with his left foot. Confidence, I presume, shot at the moment. Right in front of the Kop.
Here's Simon Roger. Liverpool football philosophy has always been that it's what you do that matters, not what you say, and they're going to be merciless towards Morrison from here on in. They were anyway.
Well, it's a painful lesson for him. But if he gets asked the questions again, I'm sure he'll know what his answers will be.
And let's be fair to him, he's had a fantastic season. 17 goals, 4 in this competition.
Well, Michael Owen, little wry smile there, thinking it's not as easy.
Crystal Palace's point of view, though, they will keep trying and keep believing that they can get back into the game. It might just be a case of damage limitation from here on in. Rodgers' free kick, straight against McAllister. 4 goals, and Robbie Fowler hasn't managed one of them. Bishkamp. Ball's got away now, and he's found him. The layoff finds Smitzer. Murphy on the far post, looking for his hat-trick now. Fowler in the middle. Here is Murphy. Shot blocked. Litmanen's was as well. It's shooting in practice at the moment for Liverpool. But at the other end, Forsell could give them a problem. Sami Hyypiä was strong.
Two-footed challenge there from Tommy Black. Kept his feet low and got the ball.
Palace are now going to make a change. Jamie Pollock, who they signed from Manchester City in the summer, is going to come on for Wayne Carlisle. And I'm afraid from Palace's point of view, and here's the experiment of playing him at right back, simply didn't work.
Didn't get a lot of help in the first 45 minutes, we have to say that, from Tommy Black.
Coming off number 18, Wayne.
No, it's not all
Carlisle. Coming on number 32.
Down to Wayne Carlisle. But Jamie Pollock will come in and he'll huff and he'll puff and he'll put his feet in the middle of the park.
Liverpool stopped in their tracks by the referee there when McAllister would rather have had the advantage, I'm sure. I suppose to put things in true perspective from Palace's point of view, they are without two important players tonight. Hayden Mullins, remember, suspended. Fanzi injured. But in all honesty, I'm not even sure if they had their full-strength team, they could have withstood this Liverpool onslaught. Forsell caught offside here. Gulf in standard between a team in the top half dozen of the Premiership and a team in 15th place in the nationwide First Division has been shown in all its enormity tonight. Gerrard's free kick, chance for Fowler. Here's Thompson for Palace. Clever little chip, but he can't find Forsell. Sami Hyypiä gets it away. And with the tie as good as one, it'll be interesting to see if Gerard Houllier chooses to take a couple of people out of the action now in view of the Saturday morning start against Leeds United, or is that being presumptuous? But you'd have to be a very, very optimistic Palace fan to expect them to get back into this tie now. And Roger getting up. Ball came off Steven Gerrard. Thompson. Gets his first touch. And that's a decent one. Played forward by Rubins to Morrison. Pollock again. Good skill by Black. But the cross was disappointing.
Just a situation where things happen on the night where you just lose a little bit of confidence, a little bit of belief in your own ability, even when they get in the opportunities to cross or shoot, just not quite making good contact with the ball.
Have been patient. They've waited a long time to see their team successful, to see them reach a major cup final. With an hour of the second leg tie gone, they are surely going to have something to celebrate later tonight. Remember, they haven't appeared in the final for 6 years since beating Bolton Wanderers at Wembley in this very competition.
Well, you can see Jamie Pollock already has come out, said let's not be embarrassed. Let's make sure But we have a go at least.
Clearance has gone straight to Jamie Carragher. Fowler, a lovely little ball for Littmanen. Murphy ahead of him in a great position again. He goes wide instead to Steven Gerrard. Now Murphy, he won't be coming off. I think you can be fairly sure of that. Morrison. A chorus of boos and then cheers when he loses possession. Jamie Pollard. Morrison down the outside. Forsell in the middle. So too is Thompson. And he looks for him. And in fact, I think he got in the way of Mikel Forsell.
Just hoping that something can happen. Thompson coming across and he knows he's going to get a kick in the face. And Mikel Forsell, so just took his eye off it at the last moment.
Remember, in 16 previous visits to Anfield over the years, Crystal Palace have only won once, back in November 1991. And that record is set to continue. Liverpool fans want Emil Heskey involved in the action. Whether their manager wants to risk him is another matter. He's got a thigh problem.
He's got a slight injury. There's no need to bring him on. Save him.
Big space opening up again for Danny Murphy. The early ball for Smitzer, who took that well, but not well enough to keep it in.
You have to admire this fella, Danny Murphy. Spotted that pass well early, produced it, and I think it came off Smeets' shoulder. That's why it trickled out of play.
Dean Austin having a race to get there ahead of Littmanen. Harrison, Purcell. Through ball aimed at Black. Palace have been unfortunate to come up against the Liverpool team. Absolutely focused tonight. With a major final in the offing, they weren't going to let that opportunity slip through their fingers.
I'm sure Steve Gerrard won't thank me for this, but because he wants to play centre midfield, but his performance at right back been exceptional. But it looks like a place you could find himself playing there regular.
He has had quite a few appearances for Liverpool in that position, but since Marcus Babel came along, he's been there on a regular basis. In fact, I don't think he's missed a Premiership game, Babel, out with the flu rather tonight. He's a bit reluctant to play there himself, Babel, I gather. He'd rather play in the centre of defence. Well, Liverpool are well served at the moment by Hupia and Onsho. There is Gerrard. That could be an awkward cross. Palace enjoying a good little period of possession, but not now. McAllister has it back for Liverpool. Littmanen. This is Smitzer. Robbie Fowler is ahead of him. We'll try to find him early. You sense the Liverpool crowd and many of his teammates almost willing a goal for Robbie Fowler here.
He's played it very early there, Vladimir Smitzer. I think Robbie would have been happier if he'd just waited.
Trot on the ball. Forsell gleefully accepts the gift, and now Black. Morrison in the middle. Good goalkeeping that.
Was good goalkeeping. It's the best ball of the match. Once again from Tommy Black. Just not quite in tune, Clinton, tonight to get on the end of it.
Well, that sort of sums up Crystal Palace's night, really, doesn't it? Two players, same team, going for the same ball.
Well, Tommy Black more or less gets himself out of the way. He sees him at the last second. Otherwise, that could have been nasty.
Sven-Göran Eriksson's faithful number 2, Tord grip amongst the sellout crowd at Anfield tonight. And I'm sure if the main man himself isn't here, and you haven't seen him, then he's going to take back glowing reports about some of the Liverpool players. I gather that Eriksson himself is at the Villa-Leeds clash tonight.
Combination down the right-hand side, which would have pleased him, I think, more than anything else. Gerrard and Murphy, but also Robbie Fowler looking as sharp as we've seen him for a long time.
Thompson. And now Black. Schmitzer shows he can defend if he has to as well. Jamie Pollock for Palace. Now Black. Clever play by Tommy Black, very clever. But Liverpool stood firm, very determined to keep that clean sheet tonight. But they've only let in 5 goals in their last 13 games, Liverpool. It's been a big improvement for them defensively, and they carry on scoring goals at the other end. It's a decent formula if you can get it right. Liverpool are ready to bring on another international superstar. Dietmar Hamann about to come on. Gerrard might have a bit of a problem there. He seems a bit stiff-legged coming over to this near side. And confirmation that he will be the Liverpool player replaced. Tremendous ovation for Steven Gerrard.
Number 17, Steven
Has had persistent
Gerrard.
injury problems, of course, this season. Otherwise, I'm sure he would be one of the first names on Gerard Houllier's team sheet every single week.
He's been outstanding tonight. Really, really impressive as a right full-back. Igor Biscan will drop into his position at right back. And Dieter Hamann will play his normal role in the centre midfield.
Only recently come back himself, of course, Hamann, after missing 6 games with an ankle injury. And Liverpool are getting Barnby ready to come on as well.
Well, Vladimir Schmitzer had a little knock a few minutes ago, so he might be the one. He's looking towards the bench. He just got a little
Second Liverpool substitution.
kick on the leg when he ran into Tommy Black down this
Leaving the field at number 7,
left-hand side.
Vladimir Schmitzer.
And Nick Barnby makes sure he can continue his record of being the only Liverpool player who's figured in every single game this season. Got a particularly good scoring record in cup ties as well. I hate to tell Palace fans that, but it's true.
It's demoralising.
7 goals have come in cups.
Sorry, Alan, it's demoralising as a manager when you fall behind. You see Barnby and Dieter Hamann come on to replace 2 top quality players.
Barnby gets his first touch of the ball. Sami Hyypiä, Murphy onto the through ball, and the goalkeeper almost misjudged it, but did well in the end, to be fair to him. Liverpool men going for the same ball in the end. Hamann and McAllister. Black. Morrison. Forsell. Good tackle. Morrison. The Liverpool fans won't want to see him score tonight. Hamann wins it back for the home team. Lippmannen's layoff. Gets it back and returns it to Nicky Barmby. Murphy inevitably gets forward, and here he is. Good play. Ishan. Here's Fowler. Buzz of anticipation, but it's not to be so far for Robbie Fowler. Not in front of goal anyway. In all other respects, Chris, he's had a very good game.
He's been the provider tonight, but he's not been given an opportunity himself. I think if he'd have been given the opportunity that Lippmann had in the first half, he wouldn't have been looking for his strike partner.
Jamie Carragher. And now Barmby. Interesting thought that with Redknapp and eventually people like Patrick Berger returning from injury, Ziger's almost fit again. I'll return to that subject in a moment as Morrison takes Palace forward. Free kick he was hoping for. I was going to say, Chris, Liverpool's squad is growing and growing with quality players, and you feel that maybe it's the best squad they've had for a long, long time at Anfield.
It's a quality squad. The problem is finding your best 11, isn't it? I mean, when it works out like this, when you make a few changes.
There's a chance for Forsell. Good work by Westerveld. Optimistic shout for a penalty from the Palace fans at the other end. It was never going to be.
That's a great ball from Dean Austin in the first place. His first touch is excellent. The goalkeeper comes out. It's his next touch. And he makes contact, Sander Westerveld. Not with the ball.
Yeah, it's an interesting point you raise. I asked Gerard Houllier a few weeks ago if everyone was fit, no one was suspended, and everyone was in tip-top form. Do you know what your best 11 would be? He said yes, but I'm not telling you or anybody else.
I bet that changes with the contribution of some players. But at the start of the season, he didn't expect Murphy to be a regular fixture.
Here's Roger. Morrison and Thompson. Jamie Pollard. Good football by Palace. Just bounced as Roger was thinking about the shot, and Murphy wins it back for Liverpool and finds Jari Litmanen. Big space opened up on Liverpool's left. This is Black. Taking on, but not getting round Carragher. He's another who's got to keep his foot on the pedal. He knows that Christian Ziger, who's been out injured for some time, is back available again. In fact, on the Liverpool bench tonight.
Substitution for Crystal Palace coming on is number 12, Julian Gray.
Andre Rubins, who scored that magnificent goal in the first match, is about to be replaced. Julian Gray on in his place.
He's not the best night, Andreas Rubens. Gerrard got close to him early on, let him know he was there. It gives the young Julian Gray an opportunity and a bit of experience. I think that's what Alan Smith must be thinking.
Into the last 15 minutes, and Liverpool are going to make another change, and the man I was just talking about, Christian Ziger, is going to come on. He's been out the last 9 games with a calf injury.
23, Jamie Carragher.
It is Carragher who replaces maybe Gerard Houllier playing a little mind game there with an Jamie Carragher, in whom he has great faith, by the way. We've still got Ziege around. We've still got quality players to bring on.
Absolutely, and Ziege does have real quality. Change of hairstyle as well for him tonight. But as you said, applaud Carragher, because he's not naturally a left-sider, but he doesn't let you down.
Ziege's first clearance finds Litmanen onside. Well, he's had two wonderful opportunities to open his Liverpool scoring account tonight.
And once again, if it's a fault, he's been too clever. There's a chance that he may have been offside, but then he ducks inside. Harrison gives him the opportunity to get back at him. No, he's definitely on. Robbie Fowler was off. Jari Litmanen was on.
Fowler won that header and won it well. Smith doing particularly well for Palace there inside his own 6-yard box as two Liverpool players waited for the ball to drop. Murphy, McAllister. This is Barmby. And Liverpool just keeping possession now, knowing, as everyone else does, that their place in the final is secure. 4-0 on the night, 5-2 on aggregate, and they have totally dominated.
The Olays are coming out now.
Some ball as well, that by Ziege, and again Kalinko does well to improvise.
It's amazing, his decision-making's been real good, apart from, I think, the Igor Biscan goal where he gave him too much to aim at. Well, Palace obviously improved, had their fair share of the ball.
Just proves that occasionally statistics can lie. This is Smith. Palace must now turn their thoughts to getting their league form back on track again, having gone out of the two major cup competitions in the space of a week, Sunderland beating them in the FA Cup, and now Liverpool have surely all but beaten them in the Worthington Cup. But it's been a great effort by Palace. They should be applauded for the run they've had, beating a couple of Premiership teams in Leicester and Sunderland along the way, and of course actually beating Liverpool in the first leg of this semi-final. But they've never been able to recover from Liverpool's whirlwind start. 3 goals in the space of 5.5 minutes.
That's right, you forget. You know, they're a first division side coming to Anfield, and in real terms, all the big signings that are here at Liverpool, can they really compete with them on the night? You'd have to say no, but they've had a good season.
Ziege. Well, his only little fella Nick Barmby was never going to find him with that. Leeds play Liverpool, FA Cup, round 4. Sky Sports 2 and Sky Sports Extra, a Saturday morning tie. Our programme begins at 11:30. And then on Sunday, still from the 4th round of the FA Cup, it's First Division Gillingham against Chelsea. Again, Sky Sports 2 and Sky Sports Extra, and we get underway at 3:30. Another massive weekend for football fans and Sky viewers. Man has it back here for Liverpool. Robbie Fowler tried to tee it up for Haman. Dean Austin sweeping one out to that far side, but Liverpool back in control. I suppose the frightening thought is that Liverpool have achieved this victory tonight without their leading scorer, Emil Heskey, and their leading scorer of previous seasons in Michael Owen. Two men guilty of some glaring misses in the first leg, but their goal-scoring record is there for all to see, and very, very impressive. And they'll be back, and back in form, I'm sure. Littmanen's through ball. Allison with the interception. Now Roger and Morrison at the other end.
The game just lost its impetus a little bit because it's so easy for Liverpool just to keep possession, just to pass it around. Palace are just playing time out at the moment.
Looks for Sell. Neither him nor Morrison, apart from one opportunity, have had a real glimmer of a goal tonight. But Forsell almost produced an opening then. And that might just be a little wake-up call to Liverpool that they've got to keep playing. Fowler's onside. Is this his moment? Well, Kalinko's in trouble here. Big trouble.
Well, you see, I feel sorry for Robbie Fowler. You do, because he's not interested in the red card for Alex Kalinko. What he's interested in is a goal himself, and he just hooks it round him. Littmanen once again. His passing has been exceptional. This is no... You just see that Alex Kalinko just takes Robbie Fowler out of the game. The ball's perfect, the skip round the keeper's superb, and then he brings him down.
And referee Durkin almost apologetically showing the red card. He had to, of course, in the laws of the game. Well, it's a shame, really. It
is a shame. We just got a shot of Alan Smith there. He just closed the eyes as if to say, can anything else happen on the night?
Forsell's had to be sacrificed, of course, enabling Crystal Palace to get their substitute goalkeeper Matt Gregg on. Player who was signed by Terry Venables. He's only 21, came from Torquay United and was signed, strangely enough, after a very good performance against Palace in a League Cup tie a couple of years ago now. First thing he's got to do is face a Liverpool free kick. An opportunity for Danny Murphy to maybe get his hat-trick here. Nope, Greg equal to it.
Yeah, be happy with that. Because we thought it might go over the wall to this near post, but it goes to the far where the goalkeeper is. And that's welcome to the game. Murphy, 6 attempts on target. 5 on target, 6 attempts all night, 2 goals. His passing has been brilliant as well.
A strong contender for the man of the match award, I'm sure, as Barmby knocks it long for Littmanen. Offside. Well, the Liverpool fans now know they can safely start to celebrate and start to get the road maps out for what's going to be a new venue for them, for most of them anyway. The Millennium Stadium, Cardiff. No longer we are going to Wembley. And it doesn't scan too well, does it? We are going to the Millennium Stadium. But that's where they're headed for. Cardiff, February the 25th. And a meeting with either Ipswich of the Premiership or another Division 1 side, Birmingham City. The League Cup is the only major honour that Liverpool have won in the last 8 seasons. That was under Roy Evans in 1995, that victory I mentioned before against Bolton Wanderers. And off they go in search of a fifth goal here. Bishkan, the player on the ball. Everyone seemed to be determined to get it through to Robbie Fowler. So whatever else is going on with Robbie Fowler and his manager, and there's been plenty of speculation, he's clearly still very popular with his teammates who are trying to gift him a goal. Very popular with the Liverpool crowd as well. And we've seen some of the all-time great Liverpool scorers here tonight, haven't we? Kenny Dalglish in the stands, Ian Rush in our studio, Robbie Fowler out there on the pitch, Michael Owen on the sick list, but still enjoying this excellent Liverpool performance. Touch on, and Greg able to come out and collect under no real pressure. As we move into the closing stages now, Liverpool are cruising, Palace really going through the motions. There's Gray, hasn't seen too much of the ball since he came on, former Arsenal player, picking out Morrison. Good turn by him, and he gives it away. And here's a chance for Black, perhaps. Westerveld denies him.
Well done. Not had a lot to do. That wasn't a bad ball. Read it very, very well.
Most of the noise you can hear at the moment, by the way, is coming from the Palace fans.
They appreciate this run in the cup that they've had. Dreaming of the Millennium Stadium, but it didn't happen.
Lippmann. Layoff by Hamann. McAllister. Lee Hamann again. Danny Murphy. Lovely ball. Fowler! He's done it! And Liverpool really have put the icing on the cake. A goal by the captain. A smile and a round of applause from the manager. It's 5 for Liverpool. And Robbie Fowler has got the 5th.
Well, there was 11 passes there before any Palace player got anywhere near it, and the only man to get anywhere near it was the goalkeeper, because this goes through his legs, nearly hits the underside of his legs. The ball from Murphy is brilliant. Robbie Fowler gets the opportunity, and this time he makes no mistake.
Well, he got a hat-trick in Liverpool's 8-0 victory at Stoke in an earlier round of this competition. Before tonight, and that goal, he'd only managed to score 3 times in the next 20-odd appearances. A very, very satisfying goal for Fowler. And Liverpool perhaps haven't finished yet. Lippmann.
With his ability, you just wonder why he didn't stick out the left foot.
Here's McAllister. Lippmann onside. Ziege determined that was going to be his late in the game or not. We're playing the final seconds. Just whatever referee Durkin adds. And it's now the Liverpool fans who drown out the noise from the Palace end with the realisation that they can celebrate the appearance of their team in another final. And there's the whistle. The demolition job is complete. Danny Murphy with an excellent all-round performance. Robbie Fowler adding the final little twist for Liverpool on a night when they thoroughly outclassed their first division opponents. Well played to Palace for the season they've had in this competition, and well played for making a game of it and more in the first leg at Selhurst Park, but Alan Smith's team tonight was swamped by Liverpool's quality. Those 3 goals in the space of 5.5 minutes early on in the first half did the damage. The others were merely additions to the scoreline. Gerard Houllier, for the first time in his reign as Liverpool's manager, will take his team to a major cup final. It's a very significant step in the Frenchman's career as boss of the institution that is Anfield. As I said earlier in the day, they're still hoping that they'll be in Europe next season anyway, by right of their place in the Premiership and a Champions League spot. But in a way, the pressure could be off by reaching a final. If they can win that, they'll go into the UEFA Cup competition anyway. But that's a debate for another day. Tonight is a night to celebrate. And Gerard Houllier, who's had his doubters, has silenced them, I think, by guiding Liverpool to the first cup final of the season. An overwhelming victory in the end. It certainly didn't look as though it was going to be quite as comfortable as that when they left South London a couple of weeks ago. But the chances they missed that night have been taken in fine style tonight. And it's Liverpool who will go to the Worthington Cup final in Cardiff on February the 25th.
Alan, Chris, thanks very much. Yes, Liverpool tonight here have the air of a team and a crowd who believe they are on the way back. Lots still to come here tonight. Sky Sport.